Hi everyone, welcome to ITVK. In today's video, we will learn the steps on how to add a domain into your Microsoft Office 365 tenant. You can add your custom domain after the initial setup of Office 365 to set up your emails, or if you want to add more than one domains to Office 365, you could add them and use emails groups on that domain, and you can also add aliases of more than one domains. So when you start setting up your Office 365 tenant, in the beginning you got your tenant with on Microsoft.com domain. Once you add your initial domain, you could use that domain, and if you want you could add more than one domains to your Office 365 tenant. To add a domain, you must log in with a global administrator account into your Office 365 tenant. Let me log in. I am logging in with the global administrator account to my Office 365 tenant. For login, you could use portal.office.com URL. Also, you could use admin.microsoft.com, right? Once you are in admin center, you can go directly to admin, right? And if you are logged in with your URL admin.microsoft.com, this will get you directly to the admin homepage. On the admin homepage, click on show all and scroll a little down under settings. You will find the option domains. So once you are in domain section, and you will find out if there is no domain, or if this is the initial setup your Office 365 tenant, you could add the first domain here as a default domain, and you could also add more than one domains into your tenant. So the process of adding the first domain or an additional domain would be same as shown in this video. To add a domain, you must have domain. You must buy a domain from any domain provider like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Hostinger, and there are many more other providers. And you must have the administrator login for your domain provider account so that you can connect domain to your Office 365 tenant. Let's go ahead and click on add domain to add a domain in our Office 365 tenant. Here, log in into my domain provider. So DNS of GoDaddy. So I am now logging in into my domain provider, and that is Hostinger here. Okay, I have a free domain here. So let's say I wanna add the domain here. Okay, once I enter the domain here, I want to select use this domain. And please note that I'm also logged in into my domain provider, and that is Hostinger. Now, before we can set up this domain, we need you to sign in your domain host and verify that you own this domain. That's perfect. Office 365 will need to sign in to my domain provider, right? To verify that I own this domain. So I know this will not verify at this step, but let's click on verify. Until it's verifying, let's go to my domain provider, and here I wanna manage this how to earn website here. Let's go to manage. We want to confirm and update the DNS here, right? Now let's go back where we were adding the domain, and we got the error here. So that's not a problem. Okay, that is not a problem. Let's go to DNS here. We have to add few DNS records. Let's add a record first, and here we wanna add TXT record. It's giving the error of TXT record. Let's go to add a TXT record. Select TXT record. Name it the rate is fine. Here TXT value. Let's go back and here paste the TXT value, and now we have to enter the TTL. I want TTL to 3600 seconds as per Office 365 recommendation. Let's add this record into the DNS and let's try again. Please note that the domain adding could be more polite and simple, right? Just going to log in into your domain provider, but I'm happy that we got a TXT record error here, right? And I have shown you how we can manage or we can update a DNS record with the entry of providing DNS records from Office 365, right? So I'm happy to get that error, and we have added a TXT record into our DNS of how to earn website domain. Connect your domain to your Microsoft 365 services so you can use email, instant messaging. There are a couple of options to consider, depend on how to like to manage your DNS records from your how to earn website. So let's go ahead and click continue. Adding a domain could be more simple than I am showing here. This could be very simple by logging into your domain provider, and that will add domain very easily. But here, if I'm getting these error, I am happy that I could show you how to add DNS records to solve this Office 365 error. Let's go ahead and continue now. We are at the level of add DNS records. Previously, we have added a single TXT as well. Now it's processing and it's checking the DNS records here in the DNS management list of how to earn website, and we got some error here, and I'm happy again that we got this error here. Now we need to add MX records, CNAME records, and TXT records to our DNS management. So let's go ahead and first add MX record here. Type, select MX record, and at the rate is already selected. Point to address or value will be this one. Priority will be 0 and TTL will be 1 hour. Let's check how many seconds 1 hour have. 3600 seconds are there in 1 hour. We have added MX record successfully. Let's scroll a little down, and the next step is we have to add CNAME records. Let's go to our DNS management and select CNAME. The name, host name auto discover, point to address or value will be this one, and the time will be again 1 hour. It's 3600 seconds. We have added the second record. Let's scroll a little down, and we have to add one more TXT record here. So let's go ahead and add one more TXT record here. Right, TXT value will be this one, and time will be again TTL 3600 seconds. Okay, perfect. Now we have added these three records successfully, and let's see the advanced option, and we could add Intune records, Skype for business records, and domain key identifier mail, right? It can take up to 48 hours to create DKIM records and update DKIM status. So for your understanding, let's go ahead and let's say we want to manage our devices and we want to add CNAME record for Intune. Let's go ahead and select CNAME record, the value enterprise registration, point to address this one, and 3600 TTL. Let's go ahead and add the second record. CNAME, the name here, the value here, and the time here. We have also added Intune record. The service helps you secure and remotely manage mobile device that connects to your domain. Mobile device management needs to see name records so that user can enroll your device to the service. So perfect. We have added Intune record as well. If you want to add Skype for Business, you can follow the same steps, right? SRV records and CNAME records to add those records into the DNS management of your domain. This DNS management could be more likely same as my domain provider and GoDaddy or any other, right? So don't worry about this. Okay, we have added some of records here. Let's try to verify it again. I clicked on continue. Now it's checking the DNS records again in the entry. It picks up the CNAME record. How to run the website. Make sure your records are created at the host exactly. And the main point here is this usually takes around 10 minutes, although some DNS hosting providers require up to 48 hours, right? This could be up to 48 hours sometime. But I am happy that we didn't got Skype for Business records added as we don't need them, so don't worry about them. We got Intune record added correctly, and this is up to date and correct, and our main target was there for emails record MX, CNAME, and TXT. You can see these all are fine now. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and click continue. Hopefully, this will proceed with adding this domain successfully into our Office 365 tenant. That's perfect. If you can see my screen, the domain setup is complete. Right now, the next step is we can go to active user and assign this domain. We can go to view all domain to see our domain is added there. So let's go to active user, and for your understanding, let me create a test user, right? So testing domain. I have named the user test domain, and in the drop down list I got the how to earn website domain here, right? That's very perfect, and it comes up automatically for the user's creation. And in the domain section we can see at the end that how to earn website domain is added here successfully. So I was supposed to create a user here with the domain how to earn website. That's perfect. This was my test domain for testing purposes. Let's click next. Here we have to assign the license. So I'm not assigning any license because I don't want to waste any license. My target of this video was just to explain you how we can add or connect a domain to our Office 365 tenant. Let's click next. Next, and we got a user created here, display name, testing domain, and the email will be test domain at how to earn website. So let's go ahead and finish adding. We got user created here, right, in this tenant with the domain name how to earn website. Let's go ahead and create a distribution list and confirm that we assign this domain to someone, some group here or not. I selected the owner. I don't want to select any member, and here we go. We need a group email address testing domain one because we already created the email address for your testing, that name testing domain, and here that's perfect that we can assign our domain how to earn website here while creating a distribution group. So let's click next and create a group. That's very perfect, right? So That's it about today's quality tutorial. I am happy that I have guided you to add a domain in Office 365, how we can manage a DNS for adding a domain in Office 365, and how we can verify that domain by creating an email or a distribution group. Thanks for watching. Keep watching and don't forget to subscribe for more. Take care. Bye.